Hello, my name's Sue Goff. I'm the Careers Advisor for the Westminster School and Post 16. This is a video for parents and carers to give you information for when your child leaves school or Post 16. Careers is called Futures in Westminster School. We believe that a positive career means something different to every person, but it will typically include being happy with the way you spend your time, being able to make a contribution to your community, and being able to have a decent standard of living. So it's not just all about work or employment. We have a careers programme from year 7 onwards, and it will continue until your child leaves post 16. This includes activities such as meeting the careers advisor and taking part in group activities in school. The school has a website, and on that website is the careers page, and if you check on the careers page, there is the Careers Futures programme for you to look at to see what your child does in school. When your child is in post 16, they will have careers interviews, and this is to discuss what their ideas or plans are for after post 16. If your child has communication or complex needs, there will be alternative ways of interviewing. This may involve observation in the classroom to get to know your child in more detail. The Careers Advisor will then get in touch with you and share these ideas and offer you information, advice and guidance, and we will discuss it at EHCP meetings, either through attendance or by submitting written evidence. Your child in Westminster School has an education healthcare plan, and you will be asked by Sandwell Send or your local authority, if you don't live in Sandwell, to fill in a preference form to tell them of your preferences for when your child leaves post 16. You will need to tell them what your choice is, even if you want to stop at the Westminster School Specialist College post 19 to 25. If you want college, you will need to apply for this, and we can help you with the applications. The applications should be in before December of your child's last year in school. Your local authority will send a copy of the Education Healthcare Plan to the college of your choice to make sure that that college can meet the needs of your child. If your child is work ready and wants to apply for work or training or apprenticeships, we will support your child to do this. At the moment, the options for after post 16 are you may be able to stay on for the Westminster 19 to 25 college. This is for students who are ready to take part in internships, work and employment, and they need to have some independent work skills. You can go to local college. Generally, most students who leave Westminster go on to foundation learning courses where the students will continue to get support. However, some may have improved qualifications and may be ready for mainstream courses, and they will continue to get support through their EHCP, but this will depend on qualifications and their ability to fulfil the course requirements. Some students, if they feel that they want to get a job or want to go into work and don't want to go on to college, can go on to a study programme or a traineeship at a local training provider. But again, the student needs to be work ready and be quite independent to do this. Some students may already have a job offer or may want to go into work. Please be aware that you can get access to work, and this may apply to support them in a job and to keep them in a job. This is usually through the Disability Employment Advisor at Job Centre Plus. In some individual cases, when the student comes to leave post 16, they may need more specialist options. So in some individual cases, local colleges are not able to meet needs of the individuals, so they may need to look at specialist colleges, such as Queen Alexandra College. But local college should be considered first, and we will help you to look through these options. For some students, their needs are so complex that further education is not appropriate. So an adult care assessment would be recommended, and this is to get a recommendation of day activities that that student may enjoy or take part in the community once they've left school. The Westminster Specialist College is a new provision and it provides specialist education for young people aged 19 to 25 who have a primary diagnosis of MLD, moderate learning difficulty, as defined in their education and healthcare plan. It is focused predominantly on employability and therefore students must be able to demonstrate a realistic trajectory and ambition to enter into employment. And we currently have 12 students on roll, which is set to increase over the coming years. We can take other areas rather than just Sandwell, so we can include students from Sandwell, Dudley, Walsall, Wolverhampton and Birmingham. If you're looking for local colleges, here are some links. We are lucky in the West Midlands that we have so many colleges within our reach. However, they are all very different and it would be very good for you to go and have a look at some of them to be able to compare them and know which ones would suit your son or daughter best. But here are the links so far: Sandwell, Dudley, Walsall. There is also Halesowen for some over in the Halesowen area. As mentioned, some students may want to be going into work but feel not quite ready. So some of the local training providers offer study programmes, which is pre-apprenticeship, traineeships and supported apprenticeships. All these are training with a training provider and work experience combined. It will be a mixture of some of them are paid, some aren't paid. If it's apprenticeship or supported apprenticeship, it is generally paid. We have lots of training providers in our area and within the Black Country area. Here are some of the links to some of the training providers that are quite local. I mentioned that some students may have really complex needs and therefore local colleges wouldn't meet their needs. If this happens, then we would be suggesting that you look at specialist colleges. But please note that generally a specialist independent college will only be considered once the local authority are satisfied that this is the most appropriate provision to meet their need. And therefore it is advisable to look at local college provision first to make sure that they can't offer a course that's appropriate for your son or daughter. If you are looking at specialist colleges, there is a website called NatSpec, and you can search on NatSpec for lots of different colleges within the area. In the West Midlands area, we have only got a few specialist colleges, and here are the links. Many of you may have heard of some of them, such as Queen Alexandra College. Some of the others are quite small and new, and it will depend on whether they have places. If your son or daughter is thinking of going to work, they've decided they don't want to go on to further education, whether it's post 19 to 25 or on to college, and they want to go into work, then we have got the Think Sandwell Specialist Employment Team. And they are a supported employment service for residents with a disability or health condition who would like to find or return to work but might need additional support. We can refer your student onto this service if that's the preferred route once they leave post 16. Once a student is in work, they may need increased support, and that can be paid for through Access to Work, which is a government grant scheme which supports disabled people in work. And it might pay for various things such as specialist equipment, extra transport costs, and they can pay for assessments to see what you need at work. And you can apply for Access to Work up to 6 weeks before you start work. Again, this is usually through the Disability Employment Advisor, but if this happens before the young person leaves our school, we can certainly direct them to the right place and help them get this sorted. As mentioned, if your student has got complex needs and a local college would not suit them, and even a specialist college may not suit them, or they have decided that they no longer want to go on to further education but want to take day-to-day opportunities, we would recommend an adult care and support assessment through social services. So some students may not be able to go to college, so may need some support or activities in their own community. This assessment will identify if you meet the national criteria for adult social care. Everyone is entitled to ask for a care and support assessment, and you don't have to pay for it, but any services they offer afterwards, you do have to be checked out if you have to pay for the services. In some cases, there is a charge for them. School can put a request in on your behalf for an adult care assessment, but if you want to do one yourself, you can email them or call them. There is a Sandwell information point of Directory of Care and Community Organisations to find in Sandwell, and you can check on there to see the sort of day opportunities that may be available for your son or daughter. So finally, we know that leaving school is a worrying time, but we are here to offer you support to make the best decisions. We get to know your son or daughter as soon as they come through the door, whether it's in year 7 or they've joined us later. So we are able to pinpoint information and give you advice and guidance to look at the most appropriate support that you might need. We promise we'll keep you up to date with options available, as these do change year on year. So we will keep you up to date with what's most appropriate in the area. We are here for you if you wish to discuss further. And if you want to contact us, we have a careers website, careers@westminstersandwellschool.uk. Please contact us if you wish to speak to us, and we are quite happy to make an appointment. So I hope this has been useful. If you need any further information, please contact us. We'd love to see you. Thank you.